So I'm Mike Redenbach. I'm the team leader for RPIW number 5. We are devoted to knee cart case standardization. There's our list of presentation, and we'll show you our photo next, Lawrence. There's our group with our thumbs up after a great week. We're feeling pretty good about ourselves, and you're going to hear why momentarily. So our project, as I said, was devoted to knee cart standardization. This is all devoted to safer, sooner, smarter surgical care. We wanted to make sure that our patients are being cared for in the most effective, safe way. We want to make sure our surgeons have the tools that they need when they need it in the right spot. And everything that we've done this week and in the weeks prior is devoted to making us more effective, more efficient, more safe, and making everybody's workplace experience all that better. So I'm going to hand it off now to Lawrence, and he'll tell you a little bit about our current state, and the others will carry on.
So hi, I'm really sorry I couldn't show you the movie. I am quite disappointed about that. But nevertheless, hopefully with the story we have to tell you, you'll get some insight in what we've done. This is our current value stream map, and what we'd like to show here is the journey of the case cart, the patient's case cart, as it starts in the sterile processing department, and it moves up through being picked in the sterile processing department up to the core and the OR, where it's picked again by the OR core aide, and then picked again by the OR nurse before it is moved into the OR to the patient that's going to get the knee replacement surgery. Next one. Some target progress reports. The ones that I just want to highlight is the quality defects. The quality part of that is we wanted to reduce the defects on the case cart from 13 a day to 0, 11 a day to 0, and then the amount of pick lists that are used to pick the items on the case cart we would like to have reduced from 27 to 1. There was also a productivity gain of 2.4 carts per hour to 4.28 and 2.7 to 4.28 respectively. The 5S score that we gave was 1.92 pre-Kaizen. Tack time was calculated at 10.6 minutes per cart, and with the increased demand on our surgery initiatives, it was calculated that we needed to get to 8.6 minutes per cart to meet the demands. I think that was it. Right? Next one.
So the journey of that case cart begins by choosing the right case cart, or the right set of surgical instruments to put into it. So when a knee replacement surgery is booked, there are one of 22 codes that the booking clerk can choose from in order to generate what's called a pick list, or a list of surgical items that are needed to do the surgery. You can imagine that with 22 lists to choose from, there's lots of room for error. So we proposed to make certain that the correct code was chosen for the procedure, and make certain that the correct pick list was chosen for the procedure, and therefore the correct cart would actually show up with the correct surgical items. We worked very hard with our colleagues both in the OR and in booking, and we were able to reduce those 22 codes down to 7 codes. So we got a 68% reduction, or 68% improvement. Once you have the correct code, there are still 3 different lists that were generated from that code. One in supplies, one in the OR, and one in the OR core. So the people down in supplies could take their pick list, which was different from the other 2, and pick everything exactly correctly according to what was on their list, and still what arrived in the OR may not be what was expected or needed to complete the surgery. So our next goal was to create a single common pick list that was used in all 3 places. We also saw this as an opportunity to reorganize the pick list to improve the efficiency of actually doing the picking. Post-Kaizen, we were able to come up with one common pick list, and we give our thanks to IT for much of that. And I can say that it still needs a bit of tweaking, but we do have one common pick list.
Good afternoon. I'm Maureen Weber, Manager of Sterile Processing. Currently in SPD, as Caroline had said, We pick a case cart which is generated from a pick ticket every day off the OR slate. And this pick ticket hasn't been the same, and it was this week that has shown us that we aren't dealing with the same pick ticket upstairs as downstairs. Problems were occurring on a daily basis, double checking of these case carts, and also multiple handling of our products. The idea was to standardize the one pick ticket, which reduces the time in checking, no defects, and all pick tickets are the same upstairs and downstairs. Our achievement is the case cart are now able to be picked just in time for our surgeons and with no repeat of handling, and now we are all on the same page.
Hi, I'm Shauna Hudson. I'm a public health physician that works for Sun Country Health Region. So this is a picture of the start of this week where our supplies for the sterile processing department, total knee case cart, were spread throughout a large area and a storage room. Next, we'll move to the spaghetti chart diagram, and this shows some of the challenges. Staff had to walk long distances, 104 steps or 150 feet. There was lots of wasted movement picking the carts, and there was lots of duplication of supplies. This time observation sheet shows it took almost 6 minutes to pick a cart in SPD. I'm going to show you some pictures now based on our ideas for improvement. So we wanted to look at consolidating all of our case cart supplies in the case cart area and reducing the use of the storage room. By the end of the week, we had reduced the shelving space by 30 shelves. So we had lots of empty shelves, and we consolidated all of our supplies in the case cart area. We also wanted to trial do some PDSAs of different ways of picking the cart. So, for example, we'll leave that one on there for a second. We started at row 1, we started at row 12, we did different things, and looked at using a racetrack and a trolley cart to pick a standard pick list. So once we had that in place and staff had an opportunity to use the standard pick list, which was ordered in the way that their staff workflow goes, so using the OR pick list, we did our time observation sheets and our spaghetti diagram. So this spaghetti diagram shows our workflow for the staff doing the case cart pick, and it shows that we used just under 4 minutes. And the next is our time observation sheet, and it shows, that we used under 4 minutes. And during the last pick that was done by Ruth, it actually had 0 defects, and there was very little wasted movement, so we were extremely excited. So we then used our standard work combination sheet to put together our pick list and our standard workflow to actually develop our standard work. Next. So this standard work form shows how everybody will pick the cart and the amount of time that it will take them to pick the cart. And it incorporated all the feedback from our PDSAs about what worked for staff, and it'll be used for future training. I'm going to close with this last picture after the second standard work. And now our carts are all picked the same way, and they all look the same. And Ruth is going to talk about one of the ways that we achieved that. So thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ruth Engel. I work in the sterile processing department. At the beginning, when the supplies were picked for shopping baskets, it was not easy to see and identify all the items, and so it wasn't easy to verify the quality. One of the ideas the team had for the shopping baskets were clear dividers and standardizing the items so they were all visible. We tried the clear dividers in our shopping basket, and this picture shows how much easier it is to see the supplies on our finished cart.